Welcome to another episode of 40 Plus and Fit. My partner, Robert Baker, is here. Often known on this show as Two Average Joes, and we have another more true crime site. There'll be a link down there for that. Robert and I are talking about fitness, and we're both having a little bit of our struggles. Mine is the usual, my diet. I just wish I didn't like to eat. That's mine. And Robert, go ahead. You had a crazy year.
Well, you know, as everybody else out there, the pandemic has been mental health and health probably negative as to, you know, the effects on it. But in the beginning, I had lost and you had lost over a period of, I don't know, a year, 18 months. I'd lost almost 100 pounds. And so I was tipping close to 300, as I know you were at one time also.
Yes, I was.
And I had gotten down, I think what the best I'd gotten was 192. And now I think I'm back up to about 230 or 228 or something like that. And
got to put an end to that.
Yeah, and I wasn't eating any. I'm on the intermittent fasting, and I still am. So from 8 to 8, though I'm not as strict on myself as I used to be. So from noon till 8, I would eat, and I wouldn't eat any other time. And then I'd drink coffee or tea without sugar or anything else. But what I did do is circle back to desserts, which Joe came and saw me a while, and we started eating some cookies and some cakes.
Look, my diet sucks. I work hard. Look, do not leave candy around here. Like
you work out like a fiend, though. See, and I don't.
Yeah, I know. You can't be. As I said, can't work yourself out of a bad diet. I do work out like a fiend, but Jesus, you know, don't do like that. But I think we're all fighting that. I think one of the things is there's actually, if I was, you know, not judging, but, you know, giving you a little bit of a hand here, is I think when you have that first success, because you lost 100 pounds. I've lost 100 pounds. Okay. Right. Not quite 100 for me. I know you were a little bit over that, but I was close to 300. Okay. Mm-hmm. The problematic part is that you actually relax.
Yeah.
It took so much to bring you down to that weight.
Mm-hmm.
You said, I'm there. I can eat that chocolate cluster pie. And you could if you only ate it once. Now, I'm going to have full disclosure. Me and Robert were together a couple of times. Robert has a and I want everybody, we're trying to teach using Robert and mine example, and then you can learn from it. Mm-hmm. Robert and I live a very busy existence when I was in Michigan. Mm-hmm. And Robert is extremely busy, which forces us to have to eat at restaurants a little more than we would like than preparing food. And I think that's a unique thing, because you can eat at restaurants and you can eat well. I mean, you can eat at restaurants and eat healthy. Okay.
Right.
I mean, we were going places. I mean, we weren't eating from McDonald's. We weren't eating it. We were going to real restaurants.
Okay? Yeah, we had $100 lunches at that point.
Robert, but you could make healthy choices, and as a general rule, you did. I think here's one of the problems you have when you have restaurants and you don't mind running up a tab, is that dessert is just readily available.
Yeah.
And I think it's for the same people that you know, once they relax from losing weight, they'll go, I'm going to go get that frozen pie because I'll eat just one piece of it. Well, most of us don't. You know, and then in your case, because you have access to it, you can eat it every night.
The demotivational thing for me, though, and I had hit it once before, and that's when you and I first started talking, was you plateau at a certain point.
Yes,
okay.
You do.
Yes, and you at first, when you're a fat effer,
right,
you lose a lot of weight fast.
Yes, you do.
And I lost, I don't know, I was losing, and it was remarkable to me that it was just like falling off me, because I was working out, eating exactly right, intermittent fasting. So I lost a lot of weight fast. And then I got to about 192, and my goal was about 175. So I was very close to my goal, but I hit a plateau and I was not losing anything for months.
Right. And I'm not a doctor, but I don't know if you're going to see 175. I'll just be honest.
I know, my doctor actually told me that. My doctor said, you would not look good at 175.
175 would look horrible. It's like He's like, you do have to know that bottom out weight.
Yeah.
Here's something, because I work out a lot and stuff. I can tell when I'm a little too light.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it in my face. Okay.
Right.
No one ever talks about that. I mean, I know people are like, oh, he's great. He weighs 140. Yes, but he looks horrible.
Right.
That he looks like an extra in a World War II film. I mean, you don't want to look like that. You're going for a healthy look. And I think that's one of the things where I think it's that realistic goal. But I also think that, Robert, if I'm going to psychoanalyze you, it's a busy time for you too. And I think that makes it hard to get on that track. You are putting way big time in that treadmill. Yeah. I mean, you are rocking that thing.
Right.
And I think when the world gets busy, and you're an attorney, for those that don't know it, Robert's an attorney. And to be honest with you, you're not in control of your schedule. I remember when I was doing police work, I was never in control of my schedule. Yeah. It's nice that I'm not now. Miss it sometimes, miss the people. Do not miss that hecticness. Do not miss the craziness. You're still in the midst of it. So I think, for one thing, I think that you and I had a conversation before about all the little programs we're doing and all of this. And I think the hardest thing for a busy man, and Robert is a busy man, is to go, I am going to dedicate this amount of time to my extra businesses. And I'm going to dedicate this much time to my personal life, which in your case is fitness. Right. And we have to do it.
That's why I wanted to do this episode today, is just to get back on the treadmill for myself physically, but also to get back on, because we had started originally on 40 Plus and Fit, and I always thought it was a great idea. And one of our best episodes is one that we forgot about, right?
I find that the biggest hits is if I forget completely about it.
Right. So we have this episode that we did. I mean, we are still, Malcolm Gladwell says you got 10,000 hours before you become an expert, or whatever the hell you do, right? So we're probably on our 7,000th hour, and we've made every mistake known to man. So we're just
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're not going into full disclosure, but there would have been some how to do
it. Right.
I wouldn't have abandoned 40 Plus and Fit. I will. Let me clarify this for my listeners that follow me on this. I'm not going to tell you all the mistakes we made. I would have stayed on this.
We should have stayed on this, because I believe that we do bring a unique perspective to this one, because we've lost a ton of weight, each of us.
Right.
I mean, you've always been into fitness. I haven't, not so much. I mean, you work out like a fiend, and I have never done what you, because when Joe was here, I'd take him to there's a pretty nice gym here.
Yes,
and he does 2 or 3 hours a day there every day, except for Sunday. I think he takes off.
I take Sunday off.
Yeah. And that was even after he had open heart surgery. So.
Yeah, I'm just that guy.
That was just a bump in the road, a speed bump in the road.
It was a speed bump in the road. I'm a little, I got to fight the diet there, man. I mean, I want everybody to understand it, because sometimes you go, oh, I'm working out all the time. Eating right. You never hear me really say the second part.
Yeah. Joe would eat sleeves of my favorite cookies. He would eat sleeves of them while he was.
They were crack laced. I never.
Right.
So we do, but I think there's times where, especially for our listeners, I hope they get it. None of this is easy peasy, and you are going to hit that plateau. That's real, by the way.
That's hard too.
Plateau it can be demotivating. And the other thing is life goes on. And you start slamming into these businesses, and again, we're not going to get into all of it, but Robert, man, it was got that bad time where you were super busy. And I think everybody that's listening has ran into that. So if you have these extra things you want to do, you got to set time aside. Yeah. But your health and fitness, there should just be that hour that's yours. Yeah. And you do it regardless.
And it's not like I don't know what it takes, because it's not rocket science. Okay. You've got to watch the calories coming in.
Right.
Watch the calories you're burning up, and watch the time that you're doing it. And then stress level, I think, hurts your metabolism too. And I'm stressed out like a mofo any given Sunday. So.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to. It does. And I'll tell you something too. It's like not feeling well. And a lot of people will relate to this. It's hard to go to the gym if you just don't feel like it.
Mhm.
So you got to fight through that. And then when you get to the gym, you feel like it.
And you feel better after like it's hard for me to get on, but after the first 15 minutes or whenever then I feel really good. And the endorphins kick in or whatever
Well, here's the challenge. I think you need to do a videotape like you did that one time of listening to a song by you.
but Pucifer or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, whatever.
Primus, I think it was.
It was Primus. It was some song it scared me.
Yeah, it was somebody's Big Beaver or something like that.
It gave me nightmares. But you got to do that. I think that once we get back on doing more videos and doing stuff like that, that's going to be there. And I hope people that watch this understand that we're fighting that. I hate videos where everybody acts like, everything's, it's hard. There's a meme out there that I love that basically says everybody thinks this is hard, working out. Okay, this is hard, showing you eating healthy food. That's really what's hard.
Yeah.
The third one is making sure you make time for yourself.
That is true.
And we have to make time for ourselves. So I do want to end this with a challenge. You need to be back very soon with a video of you with some song. Preferably not one that gives me nightmares.
I'll do it.
Can you do it? Okay, guys, we're going to pick it up here on 40 Plus and Fit. Here's one thing I find interesting. I got some videos and just look through the thing where I'm actually working out and showing you how to do some things. I'm going to do some more of those, but I think you can find 1 million people doing that. What we want to do is really talk about right in here and getting yourself ready to do it. And then we can show you some things about how to do it. I'm going to make a few more. We got 14 videos that has this title. 14.
Yeah.
Live inside your head. And we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna focus on the mental part of it because you owe it to yourself to look good. One of the things I want to say to you, Robert, is I'm still proud of you that you've lost all that weight. You don't look like you put on that much, but you got to get a hold of it. So there's your challenge.
I'll do it.
Got it, man. Okay, so everybody stand by. Robert's gonna be on the treadmill with a song. And it's gonna scare you. And we're gonna be on more.
We're definitely going to do that.
Mistakes were made.
Big time. But I think specifically for people that are 40 plus and fit, because they are probably reaching where they're going to be, their kids are leaving the house. They should be reasonably financially stable, though we're heading into rough waters with our economy. But it's the time when we should be living out our life to our fullest.
Yes.
And if you're fat and you're eating Cheetos on the freaking couch like I was, you can't live a decent life. So we just wanted to bring that back.
Be the best you can be. That's going to be our motto. Be the best you can be.
Yep.
And you don't know anything to anybody else. Shh, we'll talk about that later. Be the best you can be. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we're going to see you real soon. So you take it easy. And Robert?
See ya.